If you are ready, would you recount to us how the day unfolded? So you reached out to Elidibus at the last, and his heart was moved. And it changed nothing. Perhaps not. Ultimately, you had no choice but to strike him down. But the important thing is this. Though violence proved unavoidable, you did at least come to understand your foe. And in knowing his hopes and dreams, do we best remember him and his legacy. So long as they remain unforgotten, the love he and his brethren bore for one another and the star may yet be rewarded. You said that an ancient came to your aid, but how is that possible? A gift from Emmett Selk. He knew of Elidibus's plight. Foreseeing his own death, he made provisions to bring Elidibus's suffering to an end, lest his friend be left to continue the struggle alone. Or so I wildly speculate. It is unlikely we will ever know the truth. The best we can do is to remember the events as they happened, no more and no less. As the Runkin so rightly put it, history is learned, not lived. Ah, there you all are. It's Big Look. My friend, we were given to understand that thou wert injured. Shouldst thou not be abed? Lie down at a time like this? Don't be absurd. I would have come sooner had the guards not made such a fuss. Now, tell me what's happened. Where is the Exarch? I see. Will you show me his spirit vessel? Yes, both his soul and memories seem intact. Good. Unlike the others, his ether was not hardly charged, and so it did not seem necessary to employ a familiar for the imbuing. But I needed to be certain all the same. Oh, what a relief. Then 'tis but a question of restoring his soul unto his flesh. And as thou didst lately tell me, the success of this process resteth on no more than our friend's soul recognizing his flesh as his own. Given his apparent desire to return to the source with Corey, one would think his soul would be only too happy to be home, no? Surely it wouldn't balk at the relative newness of its accommodation. So one would hope, but none can speak for the Exarch's heart of hearts, and he can no longer speak for himself. Furthermore, though I have drawn upon all of my not inconsiderable experience to predict the outcome, the fact remains that there is no direct precedent for what we are attempting. Will his body accept his soul? Will his essences blend properly? Will he awaken whole of mind? Any number of things could go awry. Assuming I have succeeded in tempering your expectations, I should probably add that I did ask the Exarch if he still wished to return to the source in full knowledge of the risks. A simple enough question, one would think, warranting a single word reply, yet the answer I received was rather longer than that, almost comically so, in fact. Regardless, out of respect for the man, I shall attempt to recite it with a certain amount of poetic license. As I grew older, the burdens I carried became ever more numerous. Burdens which weighed upon my hopes, burying them deep within my breast, so deep that I couldn't be certain they were still there. But when I looked around me, I am reminded that, no matter how deeply buried they may be, our hopes never truly disappear. No, they are always with us, guiding us, driving us. I see it in Vothri, who sought to vindicate his existence by creating his paradise. I see it in Ranjit, who forsook his life's cause in order to protect that which he held most dear. I see it in the people who chose to struggle rather than surrender to despair. And though our struggles may differ greatly since the very beginning of time, they have all shared that one common thread: hope. We struggle because we have hope, and when the time comes, I too will embrace mine. I will follow my heart, regardless of the risks. And I will live with all my being as befits one who has been granted a second chance. There, I told you it was long, and unspeakably sentimental to boot. One would think them the outpouring of a dewy-eyed boy, not the old man the exarch seems to believe he is. I mean, really, he's scarcely been alive as long as I've been in hiding. I dare say he is blushing in his vessel. Speaking of which, we should make ready for our journey. Time remains of the essence, after all. I must pay a visit to Slitherbow. Let us reconvene here, anon. There remain some few matters which require mine attention in Ilmeg. May I leave Thancred in thy care, child? I've been meaning to get some flowers from Infilia. I thought you might help me choose them, and then we could go to Nabatharang together, one last time. A fine suggestion. Lead on. Well, it's back to Yulmore for me. Amongst other things, I owe the mayor an apology about his airship. I assume you have places of your own to be, Alice. I shall see you later. We have to go see Halric. As you probably guessed, I'm going to pay a visit to the inn at Journey's Head, but I want you to come too. I realize you don't need to say any farewells, but the Exarch does, if only in spirit, so I thought you might bring him along, so to speak. I'm sure he'd love the thought of being lugged about on his hero's back. So let's be off, shall we? I can't wait to see how Halric's doing. Halric! 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 Oh god, don't tell me he's wandered off again. Prickly, we have to find him. Oh, Alice, I didn't see you there. If you're looking for Halric, he's gone for a walk with one of the others. They were planning to visit the graveyard, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that's a relief. Shall we adjourn to the graveyard, then? There he is. I was afraid he'd wandered off again. Oh, there's no need to worry. Halric's safe and well. He's been showing good progress and likes to go for walks of late. Though his steps usually bring him to this particular spot. Is this his mom? Or... Oh? I wasn't aware he had family here. He doesn't. It's Tesleen. I forgot about Tesleen. What brings you back so soon, out of interest? I didn't think the next round of treatments was due yet. No, it wasn't. Look, I realize this is sudden, but I've come to say goodbye. It's time for me to return home. But rest assured the treatments will continue. Beg Luke will come to oversee them in my stead. I see. You did mention that you and your friends were searching for a way home. Needless to say, we'll be sorry to see you go, but I know everyone will be happy for you, truly. Happy and grateful. You've done so much for us, achieved what none of us dared hope was possible. And we'll see to it that your good work continues, that no more poor souls are buried here before their time. So rest easy and take care. We wish you every happiness. Thank you. I will miss you all. But it isn't time to say our farewells quite yet, so if there are any tasks that you need doing, hunting beasts, fetching water, and what have you, just say the word. I mean to make the use of every last moment here. After all, the time left to you is precious. Ulrich! We gotta put some color back in this boy's cheeks. That's right, Ulrich. That's exactly right. Those words will guide you true, so never forget them. And neither will I. What? I'm not crying. I just have sand in my eye, that's all. As I mentioned, I mean to stay here as long as possible. In the meantime, perhaps you could go and look in on the others? Alphino, for instance. If anyone is crying, it will be him.
Oh, Alphino!
Oh, Jesus.
Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes.
The thought of never seeing you again is more than my poor heart can bear.
We're the same, Lady Chai and I.
Oh, it's you. As you can see, Alphino has broken the news.
She's a side note. I
How to
love her.
console her. She thinks we'll be lost without him.
I'll bring you notes from him and updates. Let's see. You're certainly well loved.
'Tis more than I deserve, yet I'm truly grateful and will see that she knows as much. Lady Chai, I have a confession to make. On the day we ousted Lord Vorthree, when I revealed the truth of his tyranny and your complicity in his crimes, I did so with great trepidation. Not out of fear that you wouldn't listen, but that you might never recover. There was a time when I too, in my hubris, believed myself worthy to lord it over others. And when the lie was laid bare, when I was forced to confront the cost, the lives lost, it all but destroyed me. To awaken from a naive dream to so harsh a reality, I would have understood had you all surrendered to despair. But you didn't surrender. Far from it. You picked yourselves up and rose to the challenge. You found a path forward and the strength to walk it, and to keep walking it, day after day. But what struck me is how much faster you found it than I did.
Really? That felt pretty slow to me. But rest assured, we'll make Yulmore into a nation anyone would be proud to call home. Eventually. You can still come and go as you please, I believe.
Yeah,
When
I'll
we
come
have good
visit.
tidings to report, I may trouble you to be their bearer.
Of course. I will send all the messages and bring bread.
There may also be less than good tidings, in which event I hope I can trouble you for your counsel.
I should be honored to provide it, Master Chai.
Oh, Alphino, I know you aren't one to sit still, but do remember to take your ease from time to time. And no matter where you are, remember that there are people here who are praying for your health and happiness. Our brave and gentle artist. You have our love, now and always.
And you mine. Please take care.
Okay. "'Tis a strange feeling, to stand in the company of our friends, knowing that I will never see them again. I struggle to reconcile it in my mind. But this I know, I shall cherish my memories of Norvant, of every soul I met here, for the rest of my days, and I shall look forward to your tales of their endeavors." Oops. "Forgive me. I realize now that I never asked you what business brought you here. Can I be of assistance?" Oh, I always thought that that was Lady Chai, but that's just a random person. Alice said that, did she? Well, as you can see, I'm quite all right now, unlike her, by the sound of it. Perhaps you might consider visiting Urianger next? Given his conversance with the idiosyncrasies of the Fae folk, I doubt it will be an issue, but a small part of me worries that they may not relinquish him willingly. As such, I would feel better if you were to look in on our friend, assuming you have the time, of course. Ah, that I should have the pleasure of welcoming a guest, even as mine own occupation draweth to a close. What bringeth thee hither, my friend? So, thou wouldst grant the exarch a finer tour of the realm which hath been his home these 100 years? A noble gesture. As for Master Alphino's concerned, thou mayest rest assured that all is well here. Far from detaining me, our Fae friends have agreed to assist in the transportation of these tomes unto the Cabinet of Curiosity. Not more remaineth to be done. Regardless, 'tis well that thou didst come, for I had been meaning to show something to thee. An object I chanced to find after thy victory over Elidibus. Though it hath lost its radiance, 'tis unmistakably a crystal of light, one that did in all likelihood once belong to Ardbert. Having been interred with his body, it would have remained upon his person after his possession by Elidibus, and when his mortal form was, forgive mine indelicacy, consumed by thy foe to fuel his transformation, I post it that the crystal did tumble free. Save that which doth abide in thee, it is all that remaineth of our friend, and if thou art willing, I would have thee deliver it unto Seto. I can think of no worthier recipient than he, and no more fitting a bearer than thee. As ever, thou wilt find the Amaro in Waldorf. My thanks. Ah, full glad am I to see you safe and well. Rumors spoke of strange spectral foes bent on your destruction. But with the sky returned to normal, I assume all is well again. So, to what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Oh, it's Ardbert's crystal. For you, Seto.
Is that Ardbert's crystal? So it is. It has changed, but I would know it anywhere. However, did you come by it? Then, even in death, his enemies found a way to profit from his sacrifice. Oh, it grieves me to think of his body being used for evil ends. But, thanks to you, his honor is restored, and he may finally find peace. No words can express my gratitude. I will keep this crystal safe to the end of my days. Rest easy, my friend. You have earned it.
Does anything strike you different about my soul? Because Ardbert's in my soul now.
Your soul? Oh, how can this be?
Seto, my old friend. You've grown.
Oh, Ardbert, how I've missed you. I'm sorry I couldn't keep you safe, or even console you. Had I only learned to speak sooner, I would have told you how much you meant to me, how much I cared.
I knew. I always knew. But I'm happy to hear it nonetheless. Thank you, Seto. My partner in crime.
It's nice to see not mean Ardbert
I see.
again.
His journey continues. Then I will not yet bid him rest. With you, he may look forward to many more adventures. It has been a while since last I flew. Perhaps I too will go on a little adventure? Ride the winds, seek the horizon? Yes, I think perhaps I will.
Ah, thou art returned. Tell me, how did Seta receive thine offering? Remarkable. 'Twas fated that thou shouldst be the one to undertake this task, I think. As Ardbert liveth on in thee, so too shall he and his comrades live on in the hearts of the people of Norvrant. And their tale, now rightly told, shall inspire new warriors of light for generations to come. Now, assuming thou intendest to continue thy tour, might I suggest Litherbow as thy next destination? The task of tidying up one's abode is seldom light work, yet I suspect Y'shtola's is heavier than most. Suffice it to say, a pair of helping hands might not go amiss. Oh, Y'shtola's gonna be bad too, because Runar's gonna be so sad. And what is this? Have you come to spy on me? Does Urianger truly think me so slovenly? The nerve. Loath as I am to disappoint, I put my affairs in order some time ago. I've even bade my farewells. To everyone, save Runar, that is. He's nowhere to be seen.
Master Matoya. For too long I have remained silent, but no longer. I could not bear it if you were to leave. Please, stay. I beg of you.
Runar!
Runar, please.
I jest. At least in part. What I came to say is this. Thank you. Without your wisdom, your strength, and your kindness to guide us, our people would still be lost. We will never forget you, Master Matoya. Wherever your journeys may take you, you will always be in our hearts.
And you in mine. Remember that your people's journey, that our people's journey is yet ongoing. Your lives will change, and so too will your dreams. Yet come what may, you need not forsake your time-honored traditions, nor less your beliefs.
But neither should you be beholden to them. For it was with curiosity and courage that the Knights Blessed first triumphed over adversity. New knowledge and new wisdom are ever worthy of pursuit.
Indeed they are. And so, until we return to the Sunless Sea, we shall endeavor to live our lives to the fullest.
That is well. But however great your strides, there may yet come a day when the challenges you face cannot be surmounted alone. On such a day,
On such a day.
Y'shtola?
you may call on me. Since a means to travel between worlds exists, you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. And there remain so many mysteries here that want for solving.
Master Matoya!
Runha, really?
Nice. You ship them so hard, I know. He's so kind. Honestly, he's a boy in the body of a man. Anyway, it is time we headed back to the Crystarium. Shall we? There's someone over here saying Alan Tuta. You still have to take the Exarch to Nabatharang. I see. Very well. You can look in on Thancred while you're about it. He will be a difficult farewell, and I am sure he would appreciate your support. The path goes through Twine. If you wait there, you are like to meet him on his way back, if not before. Oh no, we have to say goodbye to Reen! You too? What is this, my bloody name day? I see. Yes, Thancred was here, and Reen too. They said they wanted to go to Nabatharang, so we gave them the use of the trolley. That's right, the old girl's up and running again. But we didn't just put her back together, mind you. No, with a little bit of help from Master Chai, we made her faster. And stronger. Oh yes, the future of the trolley is looking brighter than ever. Whisper it, but I reckon it might be time. Time to reach for the stars with a trolley to dwarf all trolleys. If you ask me, we'd be better off making them smaller. That way they can fit in narrow shafts. But that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? Enough. You can daydream in your own time. In case you've forgotten, our priority is to have more working trolleys. That's why we turned to Chai Nuz, by the way. Not to make the one trolley we've got go faster. We needed help getting a few Talos back in working order, see? We were out testing them when your airship came down. As a matter of fact, you seem to have a habit of crashing things. We're back. Thanks for the loan of the trolley. What are you doing here? Don't tell me the others are waiting for us. That's a relief. At any rate, we've done what we came to do, which means I'm ready to leave, or as ready as I'll ever be. Not to pry, but what's going on? You off somewhere? You could say that. We're from another world, Magnus. So you're headed home. I'm just a simple miner, and I don't know much about this world-traversing business. But the young lady here, she'll be looked after, will she? I'll be fine, thank you. I have a place to stay at the Crystarium and don't want for anything. Besides which, I've recently made a new friend. Her name is Gaia, and she'll always be there if I need her, just like you lot. So please don't worry. I'll be fine, really. You say so. It being a matter of life and death, I suppose you have to leave. But I, for one, would still be torn. If the choice were mine, I'm not sure I could bear to be parted from my family. No, but it's for the best. Reen has chosen to walk her own path, and she doesn't need me under her feet. Besides, I have my own responsibilities, and I wouldn't be setting a very good example if I neglected them. Perhaps not. Either way, I envy you your dilemma. Well then, young lady, if there's anything you need, anything at all, you're to call on us. It may surprise you, but we can do more than simply offer you trolley rides. Thank you, Magnus. Everyone. He's like, shall we then? If you've nowhere left to visit, we can go to the Crystarium together. Oh, it's you. You're probably wondering why I'm not with the others. It's just, I always knew that everyone would leave one day, and I always hoped and prayed that we would find a way to send them home. But now that the time has come, I just feel lost. Lost and lonely. I don't want our last moments together to be sad. I want to hold myself together just long enough to say the things I need to say, but I'm not sure I can even do that. Okay. I'll be there with you. Right. Thank you. I think we all feel braver with you around. Go on ahead and join the others. I'll be along after I've taken a few deep breaths.
That's everyone then. We've all said what we needed to.
Even as we speak, Backlug undertaketh their final inspection of our spirit vessels. When thine own preparations for the journey are complete, thou art to present thyself in the ocular.
Everyone? I want to thank you all, on behalf of the First. You, and Minfilia, and the Exarch. Without each and every one of you guiding us, fighting for us, we wouldn't be standing here now. There wouldn't even be a here. And no words can express our gratitude. We still have a lot to do. Countless trials to overcome. But if it ever seems too much, I'll think of our time together. The happy moments, and the sad. I will remember it all. And it will give me the strength to carry on without you. Because you made me who I am. Minfilia. Reen. To honor these names and these memories, I will stand with all the people of this land and strive for a better tomorrow.
Thancred, I believe the honor of responding should rightfully be thine.
What was that? He's just gonna pat her on the head, isn't he? That's all he does.
Better than most how much you've grown, and I have every confidence you'll make your people proud. Gods know I'm proud of you. I always will be. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and more.
Might we also say a few words?
Oh, Selena.
Why, this is just about all of you.
To see you off seemed the least we could do. You risked your all for us, fought for a realm not your own. Before you came, we had never known the beauty of the night sky. Or the joy of your company. Though it saddens us deeply to bid you farewell, it has ever been our way to send off friends with a smile. Wherever your road should lead, we shall pray for your safety. And following your brave example, we shall continue to fight for the Crystarium.
With or without us, you've always taken good care of this city. I don't doubt for a moment you'll continue to do so.
I, a more resilient people we have never known.
I crumble.
As resilient and enduring as the tower that watches over you.
To the last, we did not question the Exarch about his past. It is only now, when he can no longer tell us, that we believe we know the answer. We have heard what became of him, and what is about to be attempted. All will be well. Of this we are certain. How could it be otherwise, when every soul in the Crystarium is praying for it with all their heart? And so, when our Lord awakens, I bid you give him a message. Tell him he needn't worry about us.
Oh, right, because he's not going to be able to come back here.
That he need no longer hide who he truly is. That he should live his own life to the fullest. And that if he should ever find himself reminiscing on the past with a smile, we shall be smiling with him. Will you tell him this?
Word for word.
Thank you. Please look after him for us.
I dare say we have all the good wishes we can carry. Let us be on our way.
We're going home, boys. What did we get? A wind-up miss. Really? It gave me a minion? Oh my goodness. Well, I suppose it's time. Are you ready? Alright, let's not keep the others waiting. I have but this moment shown your associates in. Strange to think that I would not have the honor of showing them out again. But I'm informed that you yourself may yet return, and I look forward to welcoming you on that happy day. Now if you would care to follow me. Ah, there you are. I take it you are ready for the journey. The spirit vessels are primed and our company complete. At a word from you, we shall begin. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Okay. Okay. Return to the source. Alright, are you ready? Are you ready to go back? We're going home! Look at the porchix?
All right then. Pray proceed as instructed, beginning with your memories.
The first step is complete, and all appeareth to be in order.
Well, that just leaves our souls then.
Just our souls. No big deal.
We're in your hands, Angelo.
I can't remember why they needed the pig.
It is done! The vessels have received of both their memories and their souls. I hereby entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure to guard them well, yes?
Oh.
This will work, won't it?
I mean, we didn't have much of a choice.
Our theories have held thus far. But I make no promises about what is to come. Even the greatest mages in history knew better than to transport a soul across the rift. We, my dear, are in unknown territory. Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possibilities. And it is in such circumstances that accidents are wont to occur.
Big look, this is not the speech we want.
Miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
All safely stowed away? I do hope so. All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
Bye, Big Luke. Hi, Sabs. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? Welcome in, raiders. Okay, we're in the middle of a really emotional cutscene. Give me one moment. Tomorrow is such a beautiful song. Tataru. You just put it there? You don't have to do any magic?
it it? Are we?
They're here. They look like characters from Tactics. Might just be the clothing. There is a Tactics Alliance raid quest in this game. That's pretty cool.
Oh, you're back.
Look at Tataru.
You're back.
Look at his shoulder. His shoulder looks so weird without the dress.
Thank you. My body feels like a sack of popotos, but otherwise, I have never felt better. That said, I doubt any of us will be fit to travel for some while. May we leave the rest to you?
Oh, the Lullafels? I know! They're so cute, the Lullafels too, yeah.
The vessel beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
Is he in the Crystal Tower? Oh, he is, because we sealed him away, right? I can't remember. Are we going now to see if the Exarch is going to come back?
What? But you've only just got here.
Tataru, might I trouble you to brew us all a pot of your special tea?
Special tea? Would you like some of Tataru's special bread too?
Ah, and we may require an extra cup.
Yours is a long road, my friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining.
Hey, what are those?
With your every step,
Is that a
these
crystal?
grand adventures shall grow more distant and faint.
Oh, it's the crystal we
And
used to
there may
be.
come a day when you
What
forget
abyss?
the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. On that day, I bid you remember this. That no matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there.
Hey,
For in
Ampy.
times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort.
How you doing, Amps? Are you worried of light as a Lalafell? I love Lalafells. I'm already very short though, so I wanted to roleplay as
This I
somebody
hope.
tall.
I believe, here at memory's end.
Some days later. No, I need to know what happened to the. I need to know what happened to Grahatia. Why are you so angry?
What is it, Alize? Are you all right? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight. But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
She took this back up. Oh, they all took their, they all took their source looks up. Okay. Yurionje.
No less impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself, Tataru.
Oh, Tataru did it for us.
To give credit where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams. They gave me all the information I needed to get the details just right. For your weapons, though, I needed a lot more help. Thankfully, our favorite heads of state were happy to place their finest craftsmen at my exclusive disposal. Oh, and speaking of the Alliance leaders, they all expressed their unreserved elation at your safe return, and promise to come and see you in person as soon as they can.
They really needn't have gone to such trouble. But we'll be keeping these gifts all the same.
We'll be keeping them.
Pass on our gratitude.
Oh yeah, he's a gunbreaker now. No, it's not. There's a quest line that takes place in Ivalice. There's a Alliance raid quest line, but this not the game in itself.
We haven't
but it does have a part
nor have
in
I ever been
Ivalice.
one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
I quite understand. But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will come.
What is wrong with her? Because she wants new clothes?
If I expend any more ether, I swear I will blink out of existence. I need a bite to eat. Tataru, a cup of tea, if you would be so kind. And something sweet.
Oh, Tataru is such a helper. I love her.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state, may I assume that the ward hath been restored?
Indeed. We succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit at a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance. It is no cause for concern, though. The tower is not easily reached, never mind breached. And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape my notice.
Look, you can see his tail now!
Said duty thus discharged, thou art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee. Upon which note, hast thou perchance come to a decision? The offer remaineth open.
Well, if you're certain that's what you... I mean, if you think
He looks so, like, normal. His little ears!
Right. I accept. Henceforth, I shall count myself a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Grahatia, at your service. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But, like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short.
No! We're having a happy time! No! Go away! Go away!
Hippogriffs! Hippogriffs on the rampage! A giant flock of them! Please, we need help!
I could do with a little rampage myself.
What? Now wait, just a...
Also, you can't just jump off of rooftops, girl.
Here we go again.
What is he? Why does he look so lost?
I will join the fray when I've finished my tea.
Thus did the Avatar of Destruction descend, and in her wake leave naught but tears and ash.
And then, one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me, in the flesh.
Oh, Tataru's bringing something sweet to Cryle. And Grahati is going on an adventure with us.
So it was that a new adventure began.
Ugh, this motherfucker. I hate him.
The memory of a dying world's end. Night after night. And I thought it but a tired old dream.
I thought that this person was an
Securing
Asian.
the palace would provide your radiance with depressingly little sport, but that you should fall asleep out of boredom. Splendid, truly splendid. And my own preparations, you will be pleased to hear, proceed apace.
I forgot about this guy.
Oh yes.
That's very
They
Asian,
proceed very well
isn't it?
indeed. Frighteningly so. And we owe it not least of all to this singularly useful body I chanced to find. With the Populares now all but destroyed, it will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertions that I met with a grisly end.
Who is that? Emerson? Who is this? The voice sounds familiar.
And as the very much alive Lord of House Brutus,
Lord
I
of-
have a vast fortune at my disposal.
Who is this?
Ah, money, 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 the great motivator. There is simply no better way to move men and expedite plans than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree?
Oh god, I did not realize that.
But wait, were we not acquainted, you and I?
It is. It's... oh my god.
Should our familiarity cause you distress, I beg your forgiveness.
It's...
What did you say your name was?
Oh, a dagger through my heart! That my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled. To live unrecognized, to die forgotten.
Suyu, right? Suyu's brother? This is Suyu's brother.
Whatever this flesh may have been before, it serves only as a vessel now.
Right?
And I, faithful Fandaniel, labor only to advance my lord.
Is that his name? I can't remember. Oh, Fandaniel. Do we know who this is? But he's a red-masked Asian.
We may now proceed with the next phase of the plan.
What am I forgetting?
But how very odd. Despite all our havoc-wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to appear. Dare I hope that the last of the unsundered is gone? Imagine it! Bound no more by the shackles of mouldering memories of damnable duty, free at last to live for the moment! Your radiance, but give the word,
I don't know
and
this
I shall
name.
go forth and prepare for you your hunting ground.
That which awaited was a fell beast. Ferocious, ravenous, remorseless. Do as you will.
Yeah, that's definitely, yeah. Fandaniel.
It has been too long, my friend. And insufferably dull in your absence. When you return to me, you will share everything. Every blow will be a story unto itself. Every triumph, every kill. Rest assured, we shall have a fitting stage for our reunion. Oh yes, to reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze. And we shall dance before the pyre.
Is he talking about another fight with me?
The beast shall kindle the flames of the apocalypse.
Endwalker.
Into its domain shall the hero set forth for the final chapter in the tale of this star.
Oh, wow. Alright, let's finish this up. Ah, you're back. Tell me, do you think I was excessively familiar earlier in my tone and mannerisms? I thought it better to be familiar than formal if we are to be comrades, but now I worry that it may have detracted from the gratitude and respect I harbor for everyone. Perhaps we might consider it a nod to my regrettably less than humble beginnings? Yes, that will do. Being free to live as one pleases is not without its challenges. In a way, it was easier when I had a mission that consumed my every waking moment. It provided me with a focus, a constant push in a singular direction. By the way, was casting spells always so draining? I had forgotten what it was like to do it without the tower. I've rarely felt so exhausted or hungry. Yet, if all I did was bend the bow, I would be of limited use to you on your adventures, so I shall persevere. Whoever I might have been before, I am now a scion, and an inexperienced scion at that, a great initiate, that he might follow in the footsteps of his inspiration. Yay! Alright. He is done.